Alright, hi guys, I'm Tracy and welcome to today's video. So I'm going to be showing you guys the new brushes that I've received over, one I got about 2 weeks ago, but pretty much within the last week. Some are from Beautylish, I have some Sonia G, and 6 brushes from CD Japan. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys to please subscribe before you leave and give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying this content. Alright, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to start off with the Sonia G brushes, and I got 3 from the Lotus series. I got these 2 face brushes and the little eye blending brush. So let me start out with the detail brush. I've had some time to use this, and the main reason I got it is because it reminds me of the Chikuhodo G511, which yeah, they look pretty much identical, and I use these the same way. I've been liking this to set my eyelids and the under eye area, and it works great, and I would say very comparable to the Chikuhodo. This is squirrel and goat hair, and this is undyed and dyed goat hair. So I would say, you know, if you had your eye on this one is a very comparable alternative. All right, the next one I got is the cheek brush, the Lotus cheek brush, and this one is the same style as the Cheek Pro, which is one of my favorite brushes. I use it to, I kind of like stamp and then I'll blend a little bit, and it works just as well as the Cheek Pro. Let me show you that one. And I've only used this, you know, once or twice, so I don't have a lot of experience using it, but so far I think it works, you know, the same as the Cheek Pro. So if you have the Cheek Pro, I don't know if you're gonna get a big difference with this one aside from the way it looks. But if you don't have the Cheek Pro, I think this is a great alternative if you want these purple handles, and they're very beautiful in person. I think even more so in than online. And then the eye brush is the soft definer, and this is my favorite Lotus brush so far. It's so good at the lower lash line if you kind of want a bold look. I'm going to be filming or showing you this makeup look right after this, and I use this for, you know, to get that kind of smoky purple look on the bottom. And I've been really loving like doing that and using this brush for it, and this really surprised me. It's a much smaller version of the mini booster, and it's more tapered. I know I had some questions about what are the differences between these 2 brushes, and I use them differently. The mini booster is really just to blend and do a light lining of the lower lash line, whereas this one is more of a liner and can do a little bit of blending. But I think, you know, if you have this one, this is a good complement to this one, and vice versa. But this one is actually out of stock, so I highly recommend this one. I'm really enjoying this one. All right, so let's start talking about the CD Japan brushes, and I'll start out. These 2 are kind of a little boring, but I got the Takumi T9 eyebrow brush, and that's because I've been using a powder to do my brows, and so I thought it would be, you know, good to try out another one. I've been using the Wayne Goss 21 for a while, and that is my favorite brow brush. And this one does not compare. It's not the same. It's not as fine, and it's not good for drawing lines and individual hairs the way this one is. So I just wanted to show it to you guys. This is going to be more for just like filling in as opposed to like drawing details on your brows. This one is more for that. But I'm glad I have it, and I'm going to start, you know, experimenting with my brows a little bit more. So I've been using a pencil for years. That's a T9, and then I also got, and this one came highly recommended from one of you guys, I got the Chikuhodo RRS9, and it's I think it's considered an eye brush, but I'm going to be using it for concealer. I used in the tutorial, I'm going to use both this one and this one. This is the Chikuhodo B539, and this is the main reason I bought this one, because it's a little bit smaller than this one. And the Chikuhodo is a little fuller, if you can kind of see that, and slightly shorter, slightly narrower. And I feel like this one applies more. It provides more coverage than this one, which is interesting. I'm not sure why, but I did the this lid with this, and I did this side with this, and I feel like I got more coverage with this one. This is considered Kolinsky, whereas this is considered weasel hair. And I'm not sure exactly why that happened, but I'm glad I have both. And then there's one called the RRS 8 that is a little bigger than the Chikuhodo. But yeah, I'm really glad that I have this one, and I've been really into these type of concealer brushes, as some of you know, and I've been loving it for doing the whole eye area and cleaning up the eyeshadow. You'll see that in the tutorial. So that's the RRS 9. Then I got the Mizuho MB130, and main reason is because I tried the MB133, the angled liner brush, and I love that one so much, so I wanted to try the rounded version, but I don't like this one as much. It works great. It's just I prefer the Hokoto GS3 more because this one's a little bit softer, it's a little bit fuller, and it's a little bit more comfortable, but they're both great. But if I had to recommend one over the other, the Hokoto is my pick. But the Mizuho is a great option if you're looking for a little detail liner brush. Okay, and then I'll show you guys the powder brush I got. I got the Koyudo Yoshiki powder brush, and the main reason is because I like the cheek one so much. I use this all the time for cream, bronzer, and contour. I did try this today, and you'll see I tried it with a new product, the Anastasia cream bronzer in the shade Amber, but the color did not work out. It's just too orange, and so I actually gave up on this one and then went in with the cheek one. I do prefer this for bronzer and contour because of the size, and I noticed, I'm not gonna brush this one right now, but this one is softer for some reason. I noticed the hairs are softer, and I mean, I haven't washed this, but this one feels nicer, like a little bit more silky and slightly more dense, but I haven't washed it. I feel like when I wash this one, I'll like it a lot more because that was the case with the cheek brush. But I'm really glad I have it. I'm going to continue using this for possibly like cream foundation, or another thing that this brush is good for is if I use a stick foundation and I want to buff it out. I've been using this, but I think this would be a better option because it's bigger. So that is the Yoshiki cheek powder brush. Okay, and then I also got the Eihodo outlet brush, the Kozakura brush, and it has the authentic Makie Sakura design, and that's the main reason I got it. I saw so many posts on Instagram about how beautiful and wonderful this brush is, and also for the cost, it's in the $30 range, and it's made out of 100% gray pine squirrel hair. I'll give you guys a closer look. I think I might just keep this brush and not really use it. The hairs are not like a gray squirrel. It's not like a gray squirrel brush. It's a lot coarser, and it feels like the hairs are like kind of coated. I don't know if some of you understand. The hairs just feel like coated, like maybe if I like conditioned it or something like that. And but I'm sure it works great. I don't love this type of hair. I have one other one from Chikuhodo, but I haven't really used that one much. But I'm really glad I have it, and it's such a deal. I think they're still available on CD Japan. It's the Eihodo Kozakura Makie brush. I think that's what it's called. But I'm really glad I have it. All right, and then the most exciting brush, I got this a few weeks ago. I got the Chikuhodo MK-SK, and this is their limited edition gray squirrel Makie brush. They come out with one, I think, at least every year, and I never got one. You know, these are on the pricier side, but I'm so glad I am. The reason I got this one, like why I just finally went in and bought it, is I was looking at the Bisyodo Gray Squirrel series, and I noticed that those were priced a lot higher, and for what you get, higher than this brush. Those brushes, I don't know what the density is like, and the hairs are shorter, And I believe the powder brush in that series is more expensive than this one. So just doing the math, and I didn't have to, I didn't risk anything by getting this because I knew this was going to be an amazing brush, and it is. I like it better than my Z1. I think because the pinch ferrule is more my speed, and it's really good for finishing powder, you'll see in the demo, or setting powder. But I used it with the Chantecaille Blur Powder and it worked great. And I'm so glad that I got this one. It's my first Chikuhodo limited edition Maquille, and it's still available on CD Japan, Beautylish, and Fude Japan. And I'm sure Fude Beauty probably has it as well. So I highly recommend this one. With the exchange rate, I think it's a great deal. I think I think last night on Fude Japan, and if you're paying in USD, it was like $149, which this type of brush is usually closer to the $200 range. So if you want to take advantage of the exchange rate, I don't think it's going to get any better than that. But I mean, I can't predict the economy, but that is, yeah, this is right now a pretty good deal. So if you were looking at getting one, I think I love this one. I can't compare it to other ones. I don't have them, but I'm really happy with this one. And the Sakura design is what's on the Kozakura, except it's bigger here and it's just smaller here. I hope that's coming out. All right, I have another one with this design. It's the Chikuhodo powder brush. So I'm really liking these Sakura brushes. Okay, and you know, that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna now go to the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I did this look, and it's a little much for what I normally do, but I wanted to showcase as many brushes, as many of the new brushes as I could. So yeah, I'll say goodbye for now and enjoy the tutorial.